Blackstone Audio presents The Fitzgerald Ruse by Mark de Castrique. Chapter 1. The night sky around Asheville can play tricks on the eye. Points of light might be stars, or they might be the sparkling illuminated windows of hundreds of houses dotting the ridgetops around the city. Making the distinction between the two isn't so difficult, except for those evenings when valley mist hovers like a sheer veil between earth and heaven, or when an extra glass of wine creates a misty veil in the brain, blurring not only the horizon but also objects closer at hand. I focused on the sidewalk in front of me, taking each step with painstaking determination. Thunder sounded in the distance, signaling that the clear night sky would soon be changing. As the mountaineers say, if you don't like the weather, wait 15 minutes. Few people shared my walk, an activity I had undertaken to clear my head. That had been a mistake. Walking on an artificial lake was difficult enough without carrying the effects of 3/4 of a bottle of Pinot Noir. My slight inebriation wasn't my fault. My business partner and girlfriend, Nakayla Robertson, hadn't held up her end of the festivities. We'd agreed to split everything 50-50, but she claimed her single glass from the bottle had been enough. I, however, am not one to leave a task undone, polishing off both of our dinners and the wine. And so I found myself struggling along Patton Avenue, headed toward our office on Pack Square with two goals in mind. First, not to stumble and look like a drunken derelict, and second, to pick up the lockbox in our office that we were holding for a client. Not just any client, our first and only client, and the reason for tonight's celebration. I'm Sam Blackman, former Chief Warrant Officer, U.S. Army, and present and forever amputee. I'd lost a leg in Iraq, but found a life in the western North Carolina mountains. Now I'd planted both feet, although one was artificial, in my adopted community, and as a tax-paying business owner, I was on the way to becoming a model citizen. "Good evening, Sam. How you doing tonight?" I looked diagonally across the intersection of Patton and Biltmore Avenue, where a uniformed officer emerged from the shadows. He gave a slight wave, and though I didn't recognize him, I wasn't surprised that he knew my name. I was a familiar face around.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?